Let's say that we want to take this right now and double check it in Maya. Maybe in Maya you already have a lighting set up and then you want to check things as you go. Okay, so now I have this guy. Let's check this scene. I'm going to save it and let's look at where it is in our so I'm going to again go to my documents. It's very important for you guys, and that's why I'm telling this again and again, to organize your files and not drop stuff in. You have to have a dedicated folder for Maya projects, a dedicated folder for MUDBOX, Substance, or any other software that you're using. And in here, let's say I'm going to go to prototypes. This is the project that I have open right now. Okay, this is the project I have right now open, and that is saved in save scene as. It's saved under the prototypes, under the scenes. Now any texture that I need for this project needs to be in that folder. So basically in here in the source images I need to have the textures there. So the MUDBOX file I'm working on right now is this one, and you can see it's the MUD file, and I already have textures being generated here. See the textures? I have the textures being generated. Now, these are fine. They have to sit there. We don't rename anything. Don't rename the folder, otherwise it's not going to work. Don't move this file away from here because it's not going to root the textures. So this stays as it is here. Never touch that. So, back to MUDBOX. I don't really want to send to Maya. I don't want to send the whole model. I only want to send the color. Okay, I'm going to save this, and for now I'm going to just go ahead and bake all the textures all together. Merge visible. Now everything, all the color information is one. That's what you want to do. Of course, if you want to continue painting, don't save this. Go back to your original file so you don't miss the layering, right? Okay. So now I can say, okay, good. Now why don't you export this? Where is this? Down at the bottom. Yeah. Export selected. So I'm exporting this layer as one image. I can do a JPEG, for instance. Okay, now I need to go to Maya. I need to go to that prototypes project, and I need to go to the source images. And here we go. I can actually say, no, I don't want to name it like that. I'm gonna say building. Main building. I have no naming conventions yet for these, so I'm just gonna say main building color. That's it. I'm gonna say color, and I can say 01 because I might have different colors. So I'm gonna save that in here as a JPEG. Save. Now I'm gonna open Photoshop. And I'm going to open it in here. Why? Because I need to do, let's say you failed with the stamp tool. You say, I'm better in Photoshop, you know. Okay, why not? Let's open it here. Before we take it to Maya, let's get this guy, okay, from the Maya files. Here, I have my prototypes, source images. I know where everything is. I get my JPEG file, open it in Photoshop. Easy now. It's very easy. I can just go and, you know, start working on the stamp tool here. But notice that it's kind of, it looks crazy because of the way that the UVs are. So those are like they're made that way. So that way it's because when we did the unfold, they had to kind of stretch. This might be a little bit of a problem for the texture. So maybe for that main building, you might want to instead of like projecting it that way, you might want to fix the UVs the proper way. So that's another thing to do. But I don't want to do anything here right now. I just want to use this as a bump map. So I'm going to use this thing as a bump material. And basically, I don't want to use the dirt as a bump material. I only want to use this. So I could just make this black and white. When you want to do a bump material, just make it black and white. Okay, and then go and add like a levels. So you kind of like take it more to like a neutral gray. Not too white, not too dark. Neutral gray. Also, if you don't need all this to be a bump material, you can actually just make a new layer and get your paintbrush and select this color and cover. Actually, no, that doesn't want to work. Select this color and get rid of all these and only use that as your bump map. So that's fine. I mean, we're good. So I'm going to save this as a JPEG, and I'm going to save it as a bump. Okay, bump 01, save. So go to Maya, and now I can bring it in. So I'm going to make an MIA material X this time. So I'm going to create a new material. And a mental ray, MIA material X, main building. Okay, so here's what I have, and then I'm gonna go and bring the textures. File. So now I'm gonna go to my source images, and I have the color and the bump file. The bump is like, I'm gonna bring it in a minute. I'm gonna bring the color in first. So now I can see it, right? Of course, there's nothing. It's unfinished here, so that's why we see it like that. I'm gonna make a floor quickly. Yeah, Maya 2016 starts the construction of things from here. Okay, that's fine. Let's have a light. Let's create a light so we can actually start testing this structure. Before I do so, I'm going to bring the bump map on this guy. So I'm going to go back to material and close these. This material, I don't want it to be reflective, so I'm going to make it, so I'm going to go under the reflection and get the reflectivity down, all the way down. Okay, so I'm going to go to the bump and use the overall bump and get the bump file from the file here. So go and get the bump file, bring it in, and use the viewport 2.0. It should appear already. So I'm getting the distortion. So I'm, basically what I need to do for this one. It didn't happen on mine. It's really strange that it's happened here. I'm getting some sort of distortion. So yeah, like here I'm getting a normal painting, but the UVs have distorted it. I did the same job before, so I didn't get that. So I have to like go and fix the UVs. But if I render, let's render this a second. And I want to render it with mental ray, of course, because an MIA material X, it doesn't appear in the Maya software. The bump is really intense. So I'm going to stop that for a second. And go, first of all, change my render settings because they're very high here. So I need a 2K image is good. And turn on the frame gate. Approach the building here, and then go back to the bump map. And it's really I need to like bump and take the bump depth down 0.2. Go to the render window and start a render. It is quite okay. So now it's good that we did that, so we know that how it appears in Maya. So then we can go and fix the UVs and go back and like reapply the color. Okay, so you can see there's a bump map already applied, and the color map. So I'm gonna stop the video here. This is the way that you do the round trip with textures. Now I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna fix the UVs and go back to MUDBOX.